chaplains of the Department of Correctional Services, pledge ourselves anew to the service of God and our fellow human beings, that we may be peacemakers in our homes, in our communities, in our country, and the whole world. We commit ourselves to partner with churches and other faith groups, faith-based organizations, non-governmental organizations, community-based organizations, and learning institutions in the rehabilitation, development, and social reintegration of offenders. Today we are in the community at Umlazi D section. As the spiritual care component, we are reaching out to the community in terms of motivating the community, in particular in the Church of the Uniting Presbyterian Church of Southern Africa, to say let's work together with them in the rehabilitation as well as reintegration of offenders back into the community. So this actually sets the tone for the coming session of the spiritual care component, which will be taking place at Karridene. We have got an active MOU with the UPCSA, Uniting Presbyterian Church of Southern Africa, that was signed in 2019 during the month of February. But due to the slump that we had in terms of COVID-19, we couldn't execute some of our projects. So today we are here to intensify the partnership with the church and bolster all the projects that we had planned prior to COVID-19. So today we joined the church during the service to worship with them and also to motivate them to partner with us as the department in terms of rehabilitating and reintegrating members of their church that happen to be in our correctional facility. So I was quite elated as well as the chaplains had to recite the pledge, the chaplains pledge in front of the congregation, committing the chaplaincy of the department to God in front of the witnesses that was the congregation today. So we are quite excited to be in Umlazi, but we wanted to reach out to the community to motivate them to support us in the reintegration of offenders back into the community, but of course not forgetting the victims of crime. We also encourage them to participate in restorative justice, victim offender mediation and victim offender dialogue processes that are unfolding as we deal with inmates.
Between the Department of Correctional Services and the UPCSA, we came into an agreement that we should work together, especially to promote those programs that were initiated by the Department of Correctional Services in the execution of their mandate as the department. And therefore they approached us and invited us to partner with them. I would say it's in the spirit of what is called public-private partnership, those triple P. And we took it as a challenge as the denomination, the UPCSA, because it all reminded us or called us to our duty to be workers or co-workers with God in the salvation of humanity. And so we recognize that if we are not partnering with the Department of Correctional Service, there is a segment of humanity that we are not taking care of, especially those who are called the offenders. So we thought it prudent, we thought it our mission and our ministry to partner with the Department of Correctional Services to make sure that we assist, we journey with them as partners in making sure that those young men, those young women, those old men, those old women who are incarcerated get a new lease of life. We do all of this as a way of living to the reality of a reconciled community of Christians that exercises a prophetic witness to Christ. So we cannot claim to be a reconciled society when others are still outside the community and when others are not seen as human beings in the society, when others have their dignity denigrated in one way or the other. And that is why we are concerned about those who are called offenders, but as well as those who are the victims of the crimes that were perpetrated by those who are called offenders. So we must make sure that there's that kind of reconciliation. But on the part of exercising prophetic witness, it's important that we should speak to those ills in our society that result in people being offenders. So we do this to proclaim the saving love of Jesus Christ and to make sure that our congregations become those vital and reforming spaces for mission, for discipleship, and for ministry. And we want to visibly proclaim the kingdom of God through making sure that there is unity, there is justice, love, and peace. And with those, we make sure that we reach out to everyone.